Let's talk for a minute about data collection, because we really it would be sad if we finished up this training and didn't talk about data collection. So thinking about all those instructional strategies that we talked about today, talked about several different things. We've talked about different ways to use these strategies in instruction. If you could tell me in one word what drives the instruction, I hope the word would be data. And so we have to have recorded data, either on paper or electronically, to make data-based decisions regarding our instruction. Our gut instinct or teacher intuition just doesn't cut it. And I promise you, there isn't a human in existence that has a memory that can store all the data for all your students, for all the subjects that you're teaching. Also, data is proof that you're implementing your IEP. If you've ever had to defend your decisions to an administrator, an angry parent, or maybe even a judge in court, you know how important a good data collection system is. And that could easily be a reality for any of us. So if we're going to make data-based decisions, we're going to have to demonstrate how we're using and collecting the data. When we're doing that, we won't have as much to worry about when those things come up. So DT is meant to have live data, current, up-to-date, and collected during every session. So here's an example of a firm's discrete trial data sheet that has the added bonus of being a self-graphing data sheet. If you're looking for a solid data collection form for a discrete trial, this is a good one to check out. If you use a curriculum like STAR or LINKS, there's a DT data sheet that comes with that curriculum. Use it, it's great. The next one, this is just a super simple example that I found online just to show you an example of another data sheet. It doesn't have to be complicated. The point is you have something that you're using to collect data and you're doing it. Here's a small group data sheet where they're looking at skills across the top for that day, and then the students, and they're just putting how many each student got correct. And then if your data sheet's across the room, or you didn't get it printed because it's a rainy Monday morning and traffic was crazy, and you had a student having a meltdown in your classroom before school even started, when you did get to go to the copier, there was a line, you didn't get your data sheet printed, it's okay. Don't let that stop you from collecting data. Grab the nearest sticky note, scrap paper, whatever you've got. The point is just do it, just collect it. You can create your own data sheet or use a pre-made data collection sheet that works for you. I got lost in the Google archives of data sheets yesterday. There are so many. Teacher Pay Teacher, of course, has all the things. Also talk to your colleagues. What are they using? A lot of times that's a really good way to get something that'll work for you. And then the other important piece, we've collected the data, but all the data in the world will be useless if we don't ever reflect on it and use it to make instructional decisions. The data will tell us if our strategy is successful, if it's time to move on because the student has mastered the skill and they're ready to generalize it in another setting. Or maybe it'll tell us that we need to back up and make some adjustments, maybe do some reteaching, try a different prompt level. So our data can give us so much information. And if I can sum up data collection in 3 words, it would be just do it. Just collect the data, analyze it, use it. Okay, we're wrapping up, but we do want to give a special shout out to Mr. Accord for his collaboration in Project Prepare over the last 3 years. He has been on a journey as a teacher. He's been willing to dig into the training topics that we've covered, to be coachable and try new things in his classroom, to let us come in video and use it for a training. So we completely appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Accord. And another special shout out to Mrs. Robertson at Mulberry in Mulberry, Arkansas, for her hard work with Project Prepare this year. We appreciate her willingness to open up her classroom to us and to share the teaching and learning that was happening there. It's been great to visit those rooms, and we really appreciate that, the ability to use your videos and really use real student examples in this training. Hopefully that's made it more interesting and concrete.